Another Liberal scandal. Breaking news today, Justin Trudeau is yet under investigation again. It was reported that Justin Trudeau held a secret auction sale after announcing his departure. Apparently, he was selling certain fixtures that didn't belong to him. He was only to take his personal items. Sources tell us he brought in a potential but shady buyer through the back door and held this auction in secret. When he was asked about that sale, Justin claimed the items that were sold were of no value and should have been discarded years prior to his departure. He also claimed it was not a real auction, as there was only one buyer bidding on these items, who apparently was led in through the back door to take possession. Justin also says he was honest about the so-called artifacts, and he informed his secret buyer that some of the items were fake, and they didn't work, and should not have been there in the first place. When asked who the secret buyer was, he seemed uneasy and unwilling to disclose his name. So we decided to contact Rebellion News to dig a little deeper and get us the answers. They found and informed us that the secret bidder was none other than Mark Carney. Of course, we questioned Mark Carney immediately about this auction scandal, and as usual, Carney claimed it was all Donald Trump's fault. Mark indicated that Trump was a collector of old, worn-out, and no longer useful artifacts, but was more than willing to pay a high price. Of course, we went straight to Trump, and as always, Trump claimed he knew nothing about any artifacts. He said he just bought some old, useless junk to shut Carney up. Carney's constant yammer about Canada's strong, clean energy, and some stupid jargon about elbows. Trump told us he was quite willing to show us what he paid for the useless stuff Carney offered him. Of course, we took him up on that offer. So here is what we found. The first item sold for a whopping $9.95 Canadian. The second sold for a little less, but it was still a bargain. The third item, it really sold at a very low price of $1.27 Canadian. The value is getting worse by the minute because the next item went for 21 cents Canadian. The value just kept on dropping. This one went for 15 cents. Canadian. This is getting downright embarrassing. Last but not least, the last one. I think we can all remember this one. We have seen him far too often. But this one was a no sale. Trump had no interest. He said that Chihuahuas are far too noisy and just won't shut up. So Carney just let this one go free, no money exchanged. There were a small number of additional items and also of no value. It seems after taking a good look, Trump said that he already had far too much dead wood, most of it little or no value. So at the end of the day, Rebellion News decided it wasn't much of a story. No Canadians were harmed by the sale. In fact, it was more of a benefit for the country. Happy Canada Day.